Hi guys, so today I wanted to spend a bit of time to show you 5 free websites to help you improve your English. Now you might know about some of these, but I do want to also show you some apps as well and some other ways that you can utilize them and how these websites are going to be useful for you to improve your English. So let's take a look at the 5 different sites. So I want to ask first of all if you're familiar with any of these sites. So the first one is Listen and Write, and then we have Lyrics Training, Breaking News English, Elo, and Youglish. So these are the 5 websites we're going to look at today. So how can these websites help you to improve your English? So first of all, let's look at Listen and Write. This is perfect for practice listening tasks, for writing accuracy, and for note-taking and quotation practice. So it's a really useful tool, and at the end of this presentation, I will go through the websites and show you how they look and feel. The second one is Youglish. Now this is really useful for key terms and grammar in context. Good for presentation seminar skills and also note-taking skills. So if you are looking for certain phrases in context and you want to know how to use certain words and terms, then this is definitely the website for you. The next one is Elo. Now this is great for listening comprehension, for paired or seminar discussion tasks, and individual listening practice. And there's a lot of tools on there that are really useful for helping you to pick up the message, to look at the keywords and vocabulary, and also for the dialogues. We also have Lyrics Training, which is great alongside academic study. It's also for linking, connecting topics. You can hear words, phrases in a song. And if you just enjoy listening to music, you can also learn English at the same time. And the final one down here is Breaking News English. This is good for improving your reading speed, to read a range of different topics, and also to develop written responses. So there's also lots of really good PDFs on this, so it's a really useful website as well. So the first one we're going to look at is Listen and Write. Now, why is this a good website to use? Well, it's great for listening, spelling, vocabulary, pronunciation, and overall English fluency. There's lots of options, lots of things you can play with. You just simply listen and write in what you hear. There's help and hints available to help you find the right level, the right difficulty. There's little tests you can do as well. And I really like it because it's for practicing speaking and pronunciation after reading each sentence or phrase, or you can work on all 4 skills. And there's lots of different topics, so you can choose a topic that works for you. You can also do a level test, like I mentioned, to check your level before you get started. So this one is Listen and Write. We'll come and take a look at this shortly. Second one is Youglish, a little bit like YouTube, but YouTube and English are combined together to make Youglish. So here's an example that we looked at, and it says, I don't believe in precognition, and every now and then. So that term, now and then, how do I know what it is? How could I hear it? What does it sound like? So we literally just find a term or a phrase, and we put it into Youglish, and then we can listen to it in different contexts. So many of my students love this website, and many of them watch videos on YouTube and TED Talks, things like that. You'll see a lot of them in this website when you're searching. You can use YouTube to improve your pronunciation. You can listen to real people in real situations and get some real context. So as I said, here's the example. And also at the bottom of each page, it will give you some tips to improve your pronunciation. So you can break them down into sounds, record yourself, look up some tutorials, and look at different accents. It also gives you US and UK accents as well. So the example I used was now and then. And then when I look at the websites at the end, I'll show you as well how to use that. So next one is Elo, E-L-L-L-O, 3 L's. This is great because, again, it has activities for grammar, natural conversations, a nice series called 1 Minute English, short videos of people answering questions, which can help you understand question forms, answer forms, and some more simple vocabulary, and also 1 minute grammar as well. So looking at specific grammar points, maybe if you need to work on singular and plural forms or articles or verb forms, this could be a really useful tool to help you do that. So the next one, about Elo, it's fantastic because you have those short activities, those quick activities, great for speaking, listening, and improving grammar. There's also scripts provided to help you understand vocabulary and context. So here you can see, as an example, you have a script, you have vocabulary, you also have a quiz as well. Another popular section is 1 Minute English, which is what I mentioned, where you can listen to native and non-native speakers as well, talk about a topic for 1 minute. And there's lots of resources for you to download as well to help you with that. So the next one is lyrics training. So if you're a music fan, this is probably a good website for you. Why this is useful, because even adult learners can listen to song lyrics, and it's a great way to improve your English. When I was learning Korean, I learned a lot of useful Korean phrases from studying music, so it can be really useful for your English. You have a website option and app version as well, so you can use the website or the app, and there's thousands of songs to choose from. Just choose a level from beginner to expert. That'll that will influence how many words you have to find, and then you just select those words as you go through. If you make a mistake or miss a word, the song will stop and it'll give you time to catch up. So this is a really good one that I recommend that you can do anytime, and it's really easy and really fun. The last one is Breaking News English. Now this has been around for a long time, so it's quite a well-known website. Lots of news articles. You can also listen. There's also things for grammar, spelling as well. So why do I like Breaking News English? Because it's a little bit more low tech, but it's very simple. It's very accessible. There's over 2,500 articles for reading practice, and you have 7 levels. You can find almost every topic to help you with vocabulary, writing, and comprehension. There's also things you can download. There's lesson plans, there's PDFs for each article. So you have lots of materials and lots of ways to practice after reading. So that is Breaking News English. So for everything you do, it doesn't matter what websites you use, I'd really advise that everyone builds a routine, because this promotes independent learning. You can look at topics that are engaging and relevant to you, and you can link all of those English skills together. 15 minutes a day is enough. If you can learn 5 words a day, if you can learn 5 sentences a day, you're going to build up vocabulary, you're going to build up your confidence, your knowledge, and also get more comfortable with all of these English skills. So if you need some more tools, I'm going to share some more tools with you here. Some apps that you can use. We have 6 Minute English for the BBC, daily listening practice, engaging topics suitable for all levels. You can do this on your phone. It's free. It's a fantastic resource. Next one is Duolingo. Now, if you've been learning other languages, including English, you'll find this very useful. It's great for building grammar, vocabulary, improving reading speed, identifying keywords. And I also use this as well for other languages that I'm learning at the moment. We have italki as well, which I've talked about quite a lot before. It's really good for one-to-one speaking practice. You can learn with native speakers like myself, and you can learn anytime you want. You can choose a lesson and a style that works for you. And the last one is Grammar Up. Now, this is, of course, for grammar. You can look at specific grammar rules, and you can also combine this with your writing or your reading, and you can also get some more practice with specific grammar rules. So hopefully you enjoyed this little tutorial here. If you did, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions and comments, feel free to post them, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But let's take a look now at some of the websites in more detail so you can see how they look, feel, and how you can use them. All right, so now I've gone ahead and loaded up all of the 5 websites that I mentioned earlier, and I have those in front of me so we can take a look at them together. The first one is Listen and Write. So as you can see here, there's lots of different options for you to choose. We have YouTube, audios, level test, my account, so you can go through and actually keep a track of everything that you've done, check your progress. And also if we go on here, we have different abilities, levels, and also different lengths of articles as well. So for example, if we go to this one from BBC News, we can see that there's 4 different modes you can try. So let's try blank mode. Let's see how that one works. So all we're going to do is we're going to hit play, and we just have to listen and write the word in that we hear. So let's see. Okay, so I heard more than half of Americans. So let me type in half of Americans have been ordered to stay at home. So we just write it in like that, and then we continue, and we keep going through each section. So it's pretty easy, but it's a really nice way to improve your listening skills and to write the correct words, the correct forms, and improve your spelling and so on. So this is listen and write. Again, please do take some time to look around because there is a lot of material and a lot of different topics for you to try. So the second website here was Youglish. Now, again, I said that this was really useful for typing in expressions and finding examples of them. So let me put in here, for example, and let's look for US American pronunciation. So we can go in here. It's found all these results. So let's just find a quick example here. All right, so just find a clip of Obama saying the word, for example, in context, talking about clean energy incentives. So again, you can just very quickly put in an expression, find the type of pronunciation that you want. So let's put in a UK one, and let's say, for example, again. And we can see here, 96,000. And this one is not UK. Why not? Let's see if we can find a British English one. Here we go. So let's replay this just so we can see. All right, so we found an example here, and we found a British one. So it might not work 100% of the time, as you can see, but it is very useful for getting those phrases and getting those expressions in context. So that is Youglish. So the next one we're going to look at is LO with 3 L's. So as I mentioned earlier, this is fantastic because there's so many different resources available on here. Grammar tutorials, listening tests, health idioms, all the different topics here that you can look at. If you just want to look at some grammar, for example, the be verb, we have a full lesson here. So we can listen to the track. We have the script to follow. We have grammar that we can look at in more detail. And then we also have a little quiz to practice as well. So this is really nice and easy. There's lots of activities that are readily available that you can work through very quickly. You have audio lessons and video lessons on here. So this one is LO. So let me move on to lyrics training. As I mentioned before, they have an app for Google and on the App Store, as well as the website. So I'll just go into the website quickly. And as you can see, we have lots of different kinds of music here. We have different songs, different types of artists. So for example, if we wanted to do Perfect by Ed Sheeran, we can choose a game mode. Let's go with beginner, and then you'll listen here. We don't need to create an account. We can just play the video, and then we'll see the words pop up, and we'll need to start. So it says, I found love. I think I know that this word is love, so I can just press play, and I can just put A, and I've got a correct answer, okay? And you can just work through the songs like that. So one last website to show you all is Breaking News English. Wow, there is a white background, which is why my face is lit up. So we have all these news lessons here. Again, different levels. So if you want something a little bit easier, we'd go maybe to level 0. If you want something a little bit more difficult, we'll go to level 6. So this is an example article here about why dogs' noses are cold. So we have the article. We can also choose a higher level or a lower level. And we have a lot of activities that we can complete. So these are really useful for reading comprehension, reading skills. Also, if we just do a quick search in here for PDF, we have a PDF here. So we can actually find the lesson, and we can photocopy this lesson, or we can print out this lesson. And there's so many resources, and this is for every single article that you find. So again, there's a lot of things here for you to view. So I hope you found these useful, and hopefully you can use them for your own English learning. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Thanks. Bye.